Batman has always been one of the most iconic comic book characters of all time, as he has been one of the poster boys of DC for decades already. In that regard, there are plenty of different fans of Batman, as he has had a lot of different adventures throughout his entire existence as an iconic comic book character. Of course, because he has been around for decades, he has one of the longest running storylines of all time. Because Batman has been around for nearly a century already, it is unavoidable for him to have a lot of different versions that come from different universes, timelines, or even the same universe. Yes, there are many different versions of Batman, and these different versions have their own powers, traits, and abilities. So, with that said, let's look at the strongest versions of Batman. But before that, this is your host Shah and you are watching Comicverse Unleashed, where I post all kinds of comic videos and shorts daily. So you definitely gotta subscribe. Number 5. Injustice. Injustice is a comic book storyline that happened in an alternate universe where Superman accidentally killed a pregnant Lois Lane after he thought that she was Doomsday and he was affected by the fear toxin that Joker laced with kryptonite particles. In that regard, Superman killed Joker out of anger, as that was the trigger for him to finally realize how important it was for him to kill criminals. This led to a falling out between Batman and Superman, as the Man of Steel decided to rule the world with an iron fist. Batman, of course, became the leader of the resistance group composed of heroes and villains alike. He ended up using a synthetic formula that allowed him to temporarily obtain Superman's superhuman capabilities. As such, Batman strengthened a few times in this comic book storyline before he and the other members of the resistance group had to call for help from the Superman and the Justice League of the mainline universe to defeat the corrupted Man of Steel. Number 4. Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker is another version of Batman that wore the Green Lantern power ring. This Batman is another product of the Dark Multiverse event. In this storyline, Bruce was chosen by the power ring after the death of his parents at the hands of Joe Chill. He wanted to use the ring to kill Chill, but was prevented by the power ring from using lethal force. However, Bruce's will allowed him to dominate the ring's programming, as he used lethal force to kill Chill. This allowed him to obtain complete control over the power ring, as the Green Lantern Corps tried to take the ring away from him, only for all of them to end up getting wiped out by Bruce Wayne himself. Number 3. Hellbat. Hellbat is one of the suits that Batman and the Justice League built together so that Bruce could fight the forces of Darkseid after Damian Wayne was killed by Heretic. The corpse was taken to the apocalypse by Darkseid's forces as Bruce went to that planet to reclaim the body of his fallen son. In the Hellbat armor, Bruce was able to overpower Darkseid's forces head-on because it allowed him to improve his capabilities drastically. He was so strong that he reached a power level he had never reached before. The only problem was that he could only use the Hellbat armor for a limited time due to how draining it was for him to use this overpowered suit. Number 2. White Lantern. There was a point in time when Batman temporarily obtained the powers of the White Lantern, which is one of the strongest lanterns in the world of DC. This happened during the Blackest Night event as he was resurrected by the White Lantern ring after he was killed by Vandal Savage. As such, he obtained the healing abilities of the White Lantern ring. This allowed Batman to become one of the most powerful beings in the entire universe, as the White Lantern ring not only gave him healing powers, but also complete dominance over the entire emotional spectrum. He used the ring to defeat Vandal Savage, and that was when Batman and the ring decided to part ways. Before moving on to number 1, if you haven't subscribed our channel, you should probably do it now. Number 1. Mobius Shair. One of the most dangerous things about Batman was always his tactical mind, as he could defeat almost any character as long as he had enough prep time to think of a strategy. But what happens if you give Batman knowledge of the entire universe? Then that would make him unstoppable. That was what happened when Batman became a new god when he took the Mobius Shair from Metron. The Mobius Shair is a time-space vehicle allowing Batman to teleport and get to any part of the universe. It also allowed him to unlock the entire knowledge of the universe as he used the chair to learn more about the Anti-Monitor in an attempt to find a way to defeat the incredibly powerful foe. As such, Batman, armed with the knowledge of the universe, is an even more dangerous and powerful version that can think of strategies that can defeat any character in the DC universe. What is your favorite version of Batman? Let us know in the comments, and I will catch you in the next video. Till then, stay heroic, stay unleashed.